Provider men are usually better in bed too. Hello and welcome to iDIVAS. For those of you who don't know, I'm Trisha and I'm passionate about inspiring women to not just hang in there but to thrive. Ladies, let's set the record straight. Finding a provider man isn't about scheming, gold digging, or playing games. It's about spotting a man who's proud and happy to provide, protect, and level you up, not drag you down. That's not just romantic, it's smart. Some men weren't raised to prioritize providing, especially if they were raised in households where the provider role wasn't exactly clearly modeled or modeled at all. If you're tired of wasting time on the wrong men and you're ready to attract the real deal, a man with a provider mindset, this video is for you. Stick with me because I'm breaking down exactly how to spot a provider man. So let's get started. First off, a provider man is confident without being arrogant. A confident man tends to be more proactive, decisive, and attractive in both social and romantic contexts. Arrogance is a red flag. A provider man knows his worth, but an arrogant guy, he's just all ego, prioritizing himself while leaving your needs in the dust. Arrogance breeds selfishness, blocks growth, and kills balance. Don't expect compromise from a guy who thinks he's God's gift to women. Also, a provider man is generous without keeping score. True provider men are generous by nature, not just financially. They give their time, energy, and resources freely because they enjoy caring for you and the people in their lives who are closest to them, when they're able to do so. He's truly a family man. If he's constantly tallying up what he's done for you, that's not just a red flag. It's a neon green sign screaming run. A real provider doesn't need a spreadsheet to measure his worth. That's often a sign that his life or mindset isn't in order. Also, provider men value stability and responsibility. Typically, they have their lives in order, or at least are working diligently towards it. Look at how he handles his finances, career, and personal responsibilities. Is he someone you can trust to make sound decisions and prioritize stability? Or is he just freestyling through life like it's open mic night? A provider man brings stability, not chaos. He also has a very strong work ethic. A provider man does not slack off. He may not be in his dream job or his business may not have taken off yet, but he's laser focused and on track to really make it happen. He's motivated and working towards a life he's proud of. Laziness is not in his vocabulary. If he's ambitious and determined, you've got a keeper. Provider men are also planners because they think long term. They're intentional about their goals and decisions. If he's already talking about the future and planning with purpose, you're dealing with a man who's invested in building something meaningful. The guy who wings it all the time or can't see past Friday night, he's not the one. A provider man walks the walk, not just talks the talk. Actions speak louder than words, and a provider man, he knows it. He shows up when he says he will, follows through, and makes consistency a priority. Talk is cheap. Sweet talk is even cheaper, and empty promises don't cut it at all. If he's all blah, 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 and no action, he's not a provider. Provider men put effort into the relationship. He doesn't need a manual to step into protector mode. It's in his DNA. Notice how he handles himself. Provider men don't breadcrumb. They're all in. Whether it's remembering your favorite coffee order or stepping up to help you with bigger challenges, they consistently show they care. Effort is everything. If the man you're sharing your bed with can't even be counted on for the basics, it's time to wake up. He's not a provider. Provider men are usually better in bed too, because they bring more than just their A game to the bedroom. Their nurturing provider mindset often makes them more attentive, thoughtful, and considerate, translating into a more satisfying sexual experience. Provider men are emotionally available. Again, providing isn't just about material things. Emotional support matters. A true provider listens, empathizes, and makes you feel seen and valued. If he dismisses your feelings or avoids meaningful conversations, he's not capable of being the provider your heart really needs. Provider men are natural problem solvers. If you mention a difficult challenge, he's quick to step up, not because he thinks you can't handle it, but because he wants to make your life easier, especially when he can. If he's beaming with pride after helping you with a difficult challenge, you've likely spotted a real one. Also, he appreciates gratitude, but doesn't demand it. Provider men thrive on feeling appreciated, but they're not doing it for the validation. A simple, sincere thank you goes a real long way with them, and it shows they value recognition for their efforts, not because they need it, but because it aligns with who they are. He's also selective about who he provides for. Provider men don't waste their resources on every and any woman they meet. Men who do are usually compensating for their lack of character. So beware. True providers are selective and intentional about who they invest in, and they know to establish an emotional connection first. Spotting a provider man isn't just about identifying someone with financial resources. It's about finding a partner who truly aligns with your values, complements your feminine energy, and makes you feel secure and loved. Look for the signs I mentioned. Trust your intuition and never settle. You're not asking for too much. You're simply asking for the right man. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. How do you define a provider man? Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.